Hello, I kind of wanted to do a video like this, so these are things I wish I knew when I first started playing Arena Breakout Infinite. Step 1 is actually just to do your missions, because these missions are very important, especially the one with this lady right here. She's like the medic salesperson. If you finish her quests all the way to the end, bring back items with a loot value of 1,000,000. If you do that, right, you get a storage expansion activation card, which gets you 150 extra space. So that's something that you really would like to have, just because your storage can become chaotic like mine. Like, oh my god, I still have to sort through all this. Like, I even have all this stuff that I gotta sort through. But that's something to note as well. Do your missions. Dailies, your main mission, even like the seasonal missions, like even like right now, Season 3 on Steam, if you finish all of them, you get a 3x3 titanium case. What this titanium case is, it's literally prison pocket. That's what my friend calls it. It's literally a prison pocket. So anything that you put inside here, you keep it for, like, even if you die, you keep it, which is really, really important. Tip number 2, even if you have a gun and you don't know how much ammo you have, if you hold Alt and you press T, you actually check your ammo count, which is pretty interesting. And each weapon has their own like unique method. Like, for example, the mag I have equipped right now on this gun is a window 30 round magazine. So basically, it's a lot easier to check. So it gives me the exact count. But now that I have a different mag equipped, so now I have just a lightweight alloy 30 round mag equipped. Now if I check, it just says magazine full. So if I shoot a few times and check again, it just says half left. So you don't really get a full actual ammo count. So depending on the type of mag you use, it tells you how much bullets you got left. And so that goes to the next point, which is your magazines should not be in your backpack. They should be on your chest rig, because if it's not on your chest rig, for example, if I'm going to move these down here, if I try to reload, it'll say no usable magazines found. It's like, oh, I have magazines. They're not on your chest rig. They're in your backpack. Like, imagine trying to sift through all this, like this bag right here, trying to find a magazine in the middle of a gunfight. It's not possible. You can't do it. Another thing I wish I knew is ammo and ammo type. So this ammo right here is called AP rounds. So this is for 7.62x39, which is the AKM. So if you see right here on the name, it actually tells you what it uses. I know the mouse is not centered, so just look at the text. Okay, just look at the text. The mouse is not centered. But as you can see, this is high penetration round. So it's Pierce level 5. It has a base damage of 45, penetration of 54, da 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 da. You're looking at all this and being like, wow, what does that all mean? Basically, what that means is if I summon a robot here, a dummy with tier 6 armor, so he has full tier 6. I'm going to put it on semi-auto. So by the way, B, fun fact. So fully automatic, semi-automatic. So this is tier 6 armor, the best armor in the game. It's not pierced. So he took 0 damage from this, from that. As you can see, now it's starting to pierce. So this ammo is very important to pierce and kill. So it's on the 4th bullet roughly that you get to pierce, and then 4 bullets afterwards, he's dead. So if I change the ammo type, so if I come to the workbench over here, so there's also different ammo, like this is level 1 ammo here. So this is LP ammo, so steel core ammo, level 1. It has good damage, right? But it doesn't penetrate. So I'm going to show you by using this ammo. And as we're preparing, just as a quick reminder, if you have ammo, you can actually drag it into your mag and start loading it into your actual mag. So if you run out of ammo, this is how you put it in. Just start pulling bullets in your mags. So this is going to be that level 1 ammo. So we're going to shoot this tier 1. So we're going to reset that. And we're going to start shooting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20... Well, 25 rounds and not pierced. He has taken 0 damage. Ammo is very important. So even if, you know, this right here is really, really cheap. It's only $80 a round. And this thing over here is 6,000 per round. So maybe this one's cheaper, 2,000 a round. You might want to go for these because, like, a lot of people say the purple's not good, but I don't know, man. It kind of works for me, but gold ammo is the way to go, especially to penetrate armor. So on screen, I'm going to put an image I found online of, like, how you can do, like, inventory management. and basically save as much storage as possible, where you put a chest rig into a backpack and a backpack into a chest rig and a chest rig into a backpack and da 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 da. That is too much and that is way too crazy. I don't like to do that. But if you want to do it, it's entirely up to you, right? Another thing I wish I knew is when I was extremely broke, I had people like here. If you go to the contacts menu, right? I can't move my mouse down there. If you go to the contact menu, you can actually just flat out buy some guns here and also some attachments, some scopes. So as you can see, like for example, this full vision triangle reflex sight, all you need is to find one toolbox out in the world, bring it back, and voila, you have a reflex sight. Evita sells healing items. So she has standard first aid kits, rapid first aid kits, and all this healing. And the healing thing, a lot of my friends didn't really fully understand it, so I'm going to go through it real quick. So basically, you have injuries, wounds, broken, and a bunch of things that you got to worry about. When you are injured, aka on the bottom left, you'll see like your character. If it's not pure white, it's like red or orange, that means you're injured. That's when you use a medikit to heal yourself. So you got to heal yourself with that. If you have the wound icon, that means your broken parts to continuously lose HP. You're bleeding, basically. And so you need a bandage equipped to take care of that. Now, here's the terrible one, the broken. I hate broken whenever something in your body breaks. It stops parts from recovering HP, and it affects your movement. It requires a surgical kit to be healed, and it can be relieved with painkillers. So you can take painkillers to relieve it, but you have broken bones. So if you have broken legs, you move really slowly. If you have broken arms, you can't aim really well. If you can't have a broken chest, if you're dead, if your chest is gone. But next is pain. So if you're suffering from pain, with a broken bone or etc., your vision is going to start blurring and you're going to start like making a bunch of noise. To take care of that, you need painkillers. So you see all the items there. While you're in the game, you're also going to have a dehydration and a hunger meter that kind of like ticks down. And to fix that, you just need food and water. And fun fact, if you have a broken bone and you actually use a surgical kit to repair that, you will become severely dehydrated. So that's something to worry about as well. The more you heal, the more dehydrated you get. It's kind of like a back and forth. Lung injury is basically some kind of gas attack, but me personally, a lot of people don't even use gas grenades in my experience, but that could change in the future. So to fix that, you need a nebulizer, but so far I haven't even gotten a lung injury, so I haven't really seen that. And the three at the bottom aren't really for like taking damage. Critical overload means you have way too heavy things on you. Tinnitus, you lost your hearing, like a grenade blew up next to you or something. Sound blocking is you have a helmet on that's really like blocking your sound. And to fix that, you have all the boosts that you get. So you can sedate yourself by taking, of course, the painkillers. Strength boost, stimulation, regeneration, sound enhancement with headphones, respiratory protection with face masks, etc., etc. So this is how you protect yourself. And so fun fact, in the tutorial, it actually tells you about bullets and armor as well. So a weapon can use different classes of ammo, like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. But ammo has a high chance to pierce armor of the same class. As the durability of the armor goes down, being pierced goes up. So basically, a lot of people run class like tier 3 armor. So at minimum, you would want tier 3 ammo. There's also weapon zeroing that you have to worry about as well, but that's something that's in like a lot of shooters as well, but that's something I wish I knew, that there's bullet drop kind of thing. I'm using a lot of the tutorial pages because, it's really useful, and I wish I knew a lot of these, is basically if your teammate dies, you can actually pick up their gear, not what they looted in the game, what they brought in. If you pick up their gear, it actually gets mailed back to them, so you can actually recover their lost gear. So let's say your friend brings in a really, really expensive gun. Let's say they bring this M4A1 assault rifle in. This is around 250,000, which is pretty expensive, and it's a really good build. And so they go into the raid and then they die. Your friend can actually grab it and take it out of the raid, and then voila, it gets sent back to you via mail, which is a really good feature. Please use it. Another thing is on a weapon. I know the mouse isn't accurate, but if you right click a weapon, you actually have an option to fold the stock. So what that does is, right now, this thing is taking 4 squares, which is pretty bad, okay? 2x4 kind of takes up a lot of space. So if you right click and you fold the stock, now it's a lot smaller, so it takes up a lot less space. I wish someone taught these things to me when I first started playing. I just had to learn these as I played. The final thing is basically the gunsmith. So this is where you can actually go crazy and make like a bunch of crazy builds that you want. Like this is an AKM recruit build that the game recommends you have, which at the bottom right, it actually has a reference price as well if you want to know how much it'll cost you to make this. But if you want to basically make your own, if you hit start assembling and you hit the default build, start clicking around and changing parts out. But now the game actually has a simple mode. So this is simple mode enabled. If you disable it, it's basically simple mode makes it so that middleware will be automatically installed with accessories. So if you need to add a rail, it'll automatically add a rail. And it's kind of like a, it makes it a lot easier to customize a gun. If you are a hoarder like me, sometimes going to the contact and talking to like Thomas or Randall or somebody, they actually have weapons for you that you can technically get for free by turning in things that you find out in the world. You can also buy it in the market, but what's the point? This is something I said if you want to get a gun for free. So if you find 2 processors and a cannon shell, voila, you get a free Scar L. This one's actually one of the easier ones to get is the Mini 14, just because you can find hoses and bleach and an old book in kind of like any house, especially on farm. If you go into a house and farm, you'll probably find these materials there. For example, this T79 micro SMG, I actually have the safety hammer already from a previous raid, and if I find a semiconductor chip, I can actually make this gun completely for free. And then afterwards I can customize it later if I wanted to. And the final thing is basically up in the events tab, basically go through and do everything you can. Because a lot of it's free stuff, but a lot of it will actually just give you money. There's a lot of free money that you can get just by playing the game and doing your missions, doing your challenges, and you will not lose money. If you are struggling, under the limited time events, there is a secure ops mode. So what secure ops is basically in this mode, if you fail to extract, you won't lose any gear. Supplies you bring out will be converted automatically into money as well. So here's the information. Your gear itself, you don't lose it. Voila, that's the simple method. But your consumables like your health kits, your ammo, and your grenades, those will be dropped. So keep that in mind. So there is still a cost to it, but everything that you bring out will just automatically turn into money. So this is a really good way for you to make money if you're like kind of struggling. But remember when I said you need crafting items to make guns for free? The way you can easily do so is just covert ops. So this is basically a scav run. When you do a covert ops run, let's say for example if I go to farm, you become literally one of the AI. So you blend in as an AI and you're just gathering materials. It'll give you random gear and you just go in there and the AI actually won't shoot you. But keep in mind, there might be other players acting like AI as well. And so one of the things that you can do, which we're going to actually go into a match to show it off, is when you get in, so it gives you random gear. So I have a hunting vest, a slapper, and a helmet, and a pistol. What you can do is if you hold H and you scroll down to custom voice and hit chat,
easy, we're allies.
Now you are blending in as an AI, because the AI, one of the things that AI do is they actually talk. So what you ideally want to do is you just go through here, like you found matches and matches. I don't think anything you really use this, so I'm going to ignore it. But you find items that you need for crafting weapons, or just grab items that you want to sell on the market. Press M for the map. And so on the map, there's also safes, like for example right here. Safes are pretty important as well. Inside a safe, there's really good supplies. This is an AI. If you're doing covert ops, they are your friends. So the AI do not shoot you. But keep in mind, there are still players in this game somewhere, so those guys are terrifying, because now you are a scav, and the scav has really bad armor. As you can see, this is armor class 1. I will die to like any kind of bullet. So Av is a scavenger, so basically you join later into the game. So as you can see, someone has already gone through here and killed a scavenger. What you can do is you just go in and take whatever you want from them. They have better armor. For example, this is tier 3. I want that, so I'm going to switch that out. I want this UMP because I don't have an actual gun. Take these. Actually, I'm going to take their vest. So we're going to put that over here and just drag that over. And so this playing cards is also pretty good, so I'm going to take that. Yay. But now I found another scav who is dead, so if I loot him, This one actually has a backpack on. I don't have a backpack, so this is a free backpack for me. And one of the things that you also got to be looking out for is the fact that you have to search the backpack to find out what's inside. So as we're here, one thing I'm going to teach you is while you're looking at this as well, so something I wish I knew is in the top right corner, it actually tells you the loot value of everything that you collected in the raid itself. It also tells you how many operators you have killed. If you press D, it actually shows you your health. So your health is actually split between all of your body parts. So you have 445 health in total. But if your chest or your head hits 0, you are dead. So just keep that in mind. Another thing is if you want to know if something has been looted or not, if it's open like this, that means it's probably been looted. If you can also close it now, it looks brand new. But if you open this, you can probably tell it's been looted. It's completely empty. So that's how you can tell if someone has been through here or not. And of course, the entire point of playing as a covert op is to just quietly and silently just loot the scraps. So you just find scraps that you want. For example, I want that gauge. I'll take it and just continue looting. And the whole point of a covert ops run is basically just to get as many crafting materials as possible or potentially good loot and get out. If you fight a player and if you win, good on you. It's really difficult though, but good on you. For example, this one right here in front of me is a player. You can see his hands are moving. So I'm going to act like an AI.
Where'd you come from?
You ain't from around here.
And finish him off. And imposter is dead. But alas, you know, because I am still a player, I will get blasted. So that was a player, and I killed him, and voila, I get to take all the stuff that he was looting. Another thing as well is if you run out of backpacks, if you hold left click and you press F, you can actually roll up the bag to save space as you loot. You can also do that with the chest rig as well. So if you see an AI in the covert ops run looting, that is definitely a player acting like an AI. So it's fair game. Come on, it was fair game. Thank you very much for the loot. Appreciate it. And you just get out, and voila, you make money. I might have lied. It doesn't say that they're imposters, so I don't know. Maybe I lied. Maybe they're not players. But basically, you get a random name given to you as a covert op, so it's kind of weird. But anyway. So you can do a covert op run every 15 minutes, and it's a really good way to get a lot of materials, so just make sure you do it. Now talking about tactical ops, most of you guys are going to be doing normal raids anyway. So basically, if you do a normal raid, you have a cap of less than 450,000. The way you check that is actually on your gear. So if you see on my character, it actually says an equipment value of 228,000. So that is something that you have to worry about before you go into the raid. So for normals, you got to be under 450,000. For lockdown, you have to be over 100,000, and you have to pay 20,000 to get in. And for Forbidden Zone, you have to be over 300,000, and you have to pay 50,000 to get in. So this is the end game raids, basically. But this video is about things I wish I knew before playing Arena Breakout Infinite. So basically, normal mode is all you really need. There's also solo ops, but I just never really do it just because it costs 50,000 to get in, and you have to be over 300k. There's also like team deathmatch, team elimination that rotates in and out on the limited time events mode. So if you just want to do some team deathmatch, wait for it to come around and just do it. But I just highly recommend just doing secure ops. I know there's a cost to play it. When you get in, it costs 20,000 to get in, but you have to be less than 600k, and you don't lose anything. Of course, you lose ammo, but it's ammo. There's also the market, but basically don't really touch the market initially. Just play with the gear that they give you, get a feel for the game, because when I first started playing, I was like, oh my god, there's really, really good armor, and they gave me 2 million. I'm going to buy the best helmet ever. And I just lost it immediately because I did not understand the game. So don't use the market. I wish I knew this before playing the game. The market will entice you to buy things you don't need, especially starting out. Like everything that you see me equipped with right now, I got from a quick kit, and I just been using that over and over and over, just collecting more and more stuff as I go into raids. So let me talk about quick kits as the finale. When you press tab to open up your storage screen and equip your stuff, at the bottom left, you actually see that there's a quick kit button. When you click the button, it actually opens up 3 different pages. So you have the basic set, which is a set value around 100,000. And so it's literally just a free weapon and a free gear, free equipment that you get. And the way you get these is each week you actually get a minimum of 5 basic quick kits. They refill every Monday, and so that's the only thing that gets replenished is the basic set. And you get more by doing events, by doing challenges, by doing your battle pass stuff. That's how you get more of these quick kits. There's also the advanced set, which these tickets you get from events and battle passes as well. It's a little bit more difficult to get, so I don't use it that often. But if you hit a cap, you have to use one at least once. So there's that. And then there's a premium set, which I don't even have a single ticket for, but these are your 500k sets. This is for Lockdown, basically, or Forbidden Zone, basically. Haha, these are really, really expensive. On the bottom left, you also see that there's a configure gear, configure items, and a preset build. If you hit preset build, and if you're really lazy, they actually have official recommended builds. Basic recommended build 1. Basic recommended build 2. Advanced recommended build 1. It's a little bit more expensive. Advanced recommended build 2. And then the premium recommended build. So basically, if you don't really want to make a loadout, you can go here and you have a preset. You can also make your own. Like this is my custom build that I made, which is really, really expensive for what it is. So I'm not using it and I want to get rid of it actually. I'm going to do it now. Bye-bye. And then your most recent raid you can actually make into one as well. The configure items button actually allows you to select supplies. And if you have it in storage, like I have a bunch of military kits in storage, it'll actually use those first before it prompts you to buy some more. So if you go here, you can actually configure items and it tells you your ammo that you need for your specific weapons, magazines for your specific weapons, and your medical supplies, your med kits, your treatments, your medicine, stimulants, beverages, food that you can get here. If you go to configure gear, it's different. Now it's about your weapons, your helmets, your body armor, your chest rigs, your backpack, your headset, your secondary weapon, your pistol, your mask, your gas mask. It's just everything like that. Speaking of gas masks, so if you right click and you hit detail, you can actually tell that some helmets have accessory slots. So this one has accessory slot. Let me move this out. So the F70 tactical helmet that I have has a mask slot that says you can equip a DK5 or a DK6 bulletproof mask or ballistic mask. So this right here is a DK6 security ballistic mask. It's an armor class 3. It protects my face from getting headshotted, and it's really good. So what you basically do is you just put it on. Voila! And now I have a face mask. Final thing I wish I knew is headsets. I thought they were just like cosmetic because I'm like, oh, it doesn't protect me from anything. No, what these do is they make it so you can actually hear. So for example, the COM 1 is the cheapest one that you can get. It's 6,900, very cheap. It makes it so you can pick up sound a little bit better, and it reduces noise a little bit better as well. For example, this one is 69,000, but look at the sound pickup. You can actually hear things a lot clearer, and it reduces noise better as well. So headsets are really important, especially if you want to be able to hear what is happening around you. Honestly, for me, a gas mask is a 50-50. As I said, I haven't really seen gas being used often, but that's also me being a normals bot. I haven't run Forbidden or Lockdown, so I don't really know if it's necessary yet, but in my personal appearance as a beginner, these are things I wish I knew. Initially, you can really ignore gas masks altogether. And that covers everything that I wish I knew when I first started playing the game. So hopefully this was really useful for you guys. If it was, let me know in the comments below. I'm still kind of technically new. I know I'm a level 30 and my stats are kind of like terrible. I only have 27 hours of the game, but basically this is why I kind of wanted to make this video, is because I now have over 24 hours of game time, so I'm slightly a veteran. Very, very, keyword slightly, okay? But if you guys have anything that I missed, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what I should do better as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.